Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are happy, healthy, and safe at your home. My name is Harpreet Kaur, your English teacher. Today, I am going to teach you our next chapter, chapter number 4, and the name of the chapter is Mowgli Joins the Wolf Pack. So, this chapter is written by Rudyard Kipling. Let's start reading. Students, open page number 42. Okay, this extract is taken from Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, which is a collection of stories about wild animals and their interaction with human beings. Among them, few of the stories are about Mowgli, a little boy who was brought up by a family of wolves. So, this story is taken from The Jungle Book written by Rudyard Kipling, and most of his stories are all about wild animals and their interaction with human beings. And this story is about Mowgli, a little boy who was brought up by the family of wolves. So, let's start. It was a very warm evening in the Seeonee Hills. Father Wolf woke up from his day's rest. Mother Wolf lay with her cubs. "It's time to hunt again," said Father Wolf. He was going to spring downhill when Tabaqui the jackal came and said, "Sher Khan has shifted his hunting grounds. He has told me that he will hunt among these hills for the next moon." This is the story of a wolf family who are living in the Seeonee Hills. Father Wolf woke up and was going downhill to hunt. At the same time, Tabaqui the jackal said, "Sher Khan has changed his hunting area. Now the tiger was in Seeonee Hills." Sher Khan was the tiger who lived near the Wainganga River 20 miles away. Earlier, Sher Khan the tiger lived near the Wainganga River. "He has no right," Father Wolf began angrily. "By the law of the jungle, he has no right to change his quarters without due warning." So Father Wolf said, the tiger has no right to change his quarters. Quarters means area, without any warning. "He has been lame," lame means unable to walk, "in one foot from his birth. That is why he has only killed cattle. Now the villagers of the Wainganga are angry with him, and he has come here to make our villagers angry. This is very dangerous for us," Mother Wolf said. So, the tiger was lame and unable to walk properly by birth. That is why he has only hunt cattle. So, Mother Wolf said this is very dangerous for us. Page number 43. "I must go now," said Tabaqui quietly. "You can hear Sher Khan below in the woods." Woods means forest. Father Wolf listened, and below in the valley, he heard the whine of a tiger who had caught nothing. Whine means a cry, a complaining sound of any animal. So, Father Wolf heard the whine, complaining sound or cry of the tiger. "He wants to hunt man," said Mother Wolf. "Man?" said Father Wolf, showing all his white teeth. Now Father Wolf is surprising here. Are there not enough beetles and frogs in the tanks that he must eat man? And on our ground too. The law of the jungle, which never orders anything without a reason, forbids every beast to eat man. The real reason for this is that Man killing means sooner or later the arrival of men on elephants with guns and hundreds of men with gongs and rockets and torches. Then everybody in the jungle suffers. So Mother Wolf said the tiger wants to hunt man. Father Wolf was surprised to hear all this. Father Wolf said, according to the law of the jungle, nobody is allowed to eat man. Otherwise, everybody in the jungle will suffer. Something is coming uphill, said Mother Wolf, twitching one ear. Get ready. The bushes rustled a little in the thicket, and Father Wolf dropped with his haunches under him, ready for his leap. Then the wolf checked in mid-spring. The result was that he shot up straight into the air for 4 or 5 feet, landing almost where he left ground. So Mother Wolf felt somebody is coming uphill. Father Wolf is alert now and ready to jump. So here are some difficult words like rustled. Rustled means movement of dry leaves. Thicket. Thicket means small trees. And haunches. Haunches means lower part of the body like thighs and hips. And leap. Leap means jump to a great height. So these are the typical words in this passage, and the outline of this passage is, so Mother Wolf felt somebody is coming uphill. Father Wolf is alert now and ready to jump. So what they found there? They found man. He snapped a man's cub. Look, directly in front of him, holding on by a low branch, stood a naked baby who could just walk. He looked up into Father Wolf's face and laughed. So the baby was laughing and they found a man's baby there. Is that a man's cub? Said Mother Wolf. I have never seen one. Bring it here. So Mother Wolf said, is that a man's baby? Okay, now come to next page. Page number 44. Father Wolf's jaws closed right on the child's back and not even a tooth scratched the skin as he laid it down among the cubs. Now this baby is with cubs. How little, how naked, and how bold, said Mother Wolf softly. The baby was pushing his way between the cubs to get close to the warm hide. The moonlight was blocked out of the mouth of the cave, for Sher Khan's great square head and shoulders were thrust into the entrance. Tabaqui behind him was squeaking, my lord, it went in here. Suddenly, the tiger reached there and stuck into the entrance because of his big head. Sher Khan does up great honor, said Father Wolf, but his eyes were very angry. What does Sher Khan need? So now Father Wolf said, what does Sher Khan need? Kya chahiye usko? My prey. Prey means shikar. A man's cub went this way, said Sher Khan. Its parents have run off. Give it to me. Father Wolf knew that the mouth of the cave was too narrow. Narrow means small tongue for a tiger to come in. The wolves are a free people, said Father Wolf. They take orders from the head of the pack and not from any striped caterpillar. The man's cub is ours to kill if we choose. So this baby is ours. It is our choice whether we kill it or to save it. No, the child is mine. It is I, Sher Khan, who speaks, said the tiger. Tiger said, it's mine, baby. The tiger's roar filled the cave with thunder. Mother Wolf shook herself clear to the cubs and sprang forward, her eyes like two green moons in the darkness, facing the blazing eyes of Sher Khan. So the tiger's roar filled the cave with thunder. Thunder means sharp sound. Mother Wolf shook herself clear to the cubs and sprang. Sprang means move forward. Her eyes like two green moons in the darkness. So now mother's eyes look like two green moons in the darkness, facing the blazing eyes. Blazing means bright eyes of Sher Khan. Now Mother Wolf is facing the tiger. And it is I, Mother Wolf, who answers, the man's cub is mine, Sher Khan, mine. He shall not be killed. He shall live to run with the pack and to hunt with the pack. And in the end, he shall hunt you. Now go, go. So now Mother Wolf shows her anger towards the tiger and said, the man's cub is mine and he shall not be killed. So one day he shall hunt you. The law of the jungle is very clear. All cubs must be taken to the Council Rock. Council Rock is the place where they all gather for meetings at the time of the full moon. Full moon means when we see the full moon in the sky. The other wolves then see the new cubs and learn to recognize them. Recognize means to identify them. So now other wolves see all the new ones, new babies, and learn to recognize them. Okay, next page. After that, the pack looks after them and nobody is allowed to harm them. So now it's the duty of the pack of wolves to look after the new ones and nobody is allowed to harm them or to hunt them. When the time came, Father Wolf took Mowgli to the Council Rock. The child sat and played happily with some stones in the moonlight. Sher Khan demanded that the child be given to him, but Akela, the leader of the wolves, answered, we are the free people. Why should we listen to anyone else? Father Wolf took Mowgli to the Council Rock. Now baby is playing with some stones. Sher Khan demanded for the child to be given to him, but the leader of the wolves answered that we are free people and why should we listen to anyone else? So some of the other young wolves said, give him to Sher Khan. Why should we make the tiger angry? But Balu, the brown bear, who taught all the wolf cubs, said, let him stay with the wolf pack. I will teach him myself. So now it is decided that the baby cub will live with wolf pack. Bagheera, the black panther, jumped into the circle of wolves. Let the man cub live and run with you, he said. And so it was decided. Mowgli, the man cub, became one of the wolf pack of the Seeonee Hills. So students, this is how Mowgli became one of the member of wolf pack of the Seeonee Hills. So this is the whole chapter. Please do reading of this chapter and learn new words and their meaning. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.